All right, welcome to Fromadott. This is my first process video or whatever it is, making something video while I talk about it, or maybe not talk about it at all. I recorded this 2 seconds ago already on Camtasia, and I did the whole thing. Didn't hate it, only hated parts of it, which I thought was a good percentage of it, and to find out that it was set to Microsoft Teams audio, which I don't even have Microsoft Teams on this computer, and I think just is another reason why I should hate Microsoft Teams. So I here am drawing some sort of floating house situation. I did not plan this at all. I often have no vision of what I'm going to do, and I just start putting lines down. It often starts with a really boring house, and then I add plants and lines and vines, and everything ends up being kind of flat. But I am determined to just keep pushing through, because I think eventually, if I actually start learning skills, which I'm attempting to do, that maybe things will have depth. Through making this, and making myself watch myself make this, I sort of had a revelation a few minutes ago about why I draw things like this. I have always loved cozy, weird fort spaces and kind of being surrounded by things, and I don't know how this is related, but in my brain it's related that my mom worked at a sub shop when I was a kid, and then also worked at a pizza shop later. But it was like this corner deli place, and I would go there after school or on the weekends, and I would enter the back area behind the counter through a door made out of a rack of little potato chips. So I would grab a bag of cheese doodles, the cheese doodles that are actually called cheese doodles, the ones that are as fake as possible, a Yoo-hoo, and my mom would make me a turkey sub with turkey, American cheese, and Russian dressing. Later, I got more sophisticated and just did mayo. And I would sit in this little circular table behind the secret chip door and listen to my translucent green Discman to probably something like 98 Degrees or O-Town or C-Note. I don't know if you remember that Latin boy band. All very highly sexual things. I probably had no idea what was happening, but I knew it was kind of dirty. I don't know. But I would listen to those things and do my homework or read all of the Harry Potters and eat my little sub and have my little drink. And it was kind of probably the peak of my life, because I loved just being in that tiny little space. Fun fact, I used to clean the cabinets there and get paid in Pokemon cards. And one time I got a holographic Charizard in a regular pack after cleaning the cabinets that had like grease and oil and whatever dripped all over them from the people who cooked there. So yeah, I guess that's why I like all these cozy things. And then at the pizza place, I would sit on the side, and people would come in and out and order their pizzas, and I'd do my homework and whatnot. In college, I used to just write all of my papers by hand in Washington Square Park. I would write out all the notes, color code the notes with highlighters, and then go home and actually type my papers up. But by then, they were pretty much already written. And I used to like to sit next to this like big group of musicians that would be there. Occasionally, like once or twice, I actually like played guitar with them, which I don't even know really how to play guitar, but somehow I did it. And yeah, I'm realizing that like like the things that I make in art are places that I want to be. Like I draw and paint places that are just full of color and life and otherworldly, who knows, but it's fun. This is me pretending to paint. This isn't even watercolor paper. I have no idea what this sketchbook is. I don't know where I got it. I would like to get another one. It doesn't seem possible because I there's no label on it. But it was great. It was a big one. I actually completed for the first time a whole sketchbook for last year, 2025. What else here? Oh, look at that. Look at those colors. Oh, I am too lazy / don't have enough time and don't have enough vision or foresight to actually mix paints ahead of time. So I end up with one big pile of paint that I just keep mixing to change to the colors that I would like. And then it's great because I'm not wasting paint. But then also if I want to go back and repaint something with the same color, it's stupid. I end up just not doing that and just dealing with it and figuring out how to fix it another way. I had a revelation the last time I recorded this 5 seconds ago, and also forgot to press record, that I had an elementary school art teacher named Mr. Spatoni, and I'm pretty sure that was his name. Could also be a character name from Hey Arnold, but let's go with Mr. Spatoni. Yes, he was Italian. He was tiny. He had thin, combed back, like black hair and kind of big front teeth. And he sounded exactly as you would think, saying Spatoni. And he was this man that was our art teacher. And one of the exercises he would have us do would be to just make city skyline, like cityscapes with like a horizon line. And then you would just draw buildings. And I would kind of do circular buildings and triangle buildings and add crazy windows and crazy colors. And I don't think that I have ever progressed beyond that. And that's okay. But no, actually it's not, because I get really bored of it and everything just starts to look the same. And I'm having this struggle right now with like, I don't know how much of what I make is my style that I need to kind of go with and that like comes intuitively, and then how much am I blocked or limited by my lack of skill. So that's something I'm trying to figure out. Like, at what point am I going to kind of push it, and at what point do I accept that this is just what I like to do? I don't know, because I look at other artists and be like, oh, hey, you draw things like I do, or you're making children's books. Yeah, let's just say that I'm trying to make children's books and that I'm not just really immature in my style. But then I look at their other work and go, oh, but you can actually draw. Like, you can make anything you want to make, but you're choosing to make things look like this because you have that option. I don't have that option at this point. This is just what I make. Every so often, I feel like once or twice a year, I can do something that's different, but it's not consistent enough. But that's why I'm making this channel, is to hopefully connect with people who are sick of those kind of, I mean, here's the thing. I like cozy art videos. It's just not me. Where it's just like, here's my cup of coffee and it's okay to, use your precious art supplies on play. It's okay to play. And I know it's hard to do your sketchbook every day, but, just try and don't be too hard on yourself, blah, blah, blah. And they all have the same sound, like the same music and the same vibe and the same muted colors. And as much as I can like watching those things, I get bored because it's all like, here's a brunette I don't want to even be mean, but I guess I'm throwing myself under the bus by saying this, because I feel like I could be one of those if that was my style. But here's this brunette, average looking girl doing art and trying to be reassuring and showing their cozy space. That's fine, but that's not me. I am a little bit, I don't know, not louder, but I would get bored making that kind of thing, and I would feel like a fraud, because also my art skills don't speak for themselves. I kind of have to add a little bit to them. I think I'm getting to the end here. Oh, look, I'm adding a white pen. That's cool. Sometimes it makes it look nice and illustratory, and sometimes it just makes it look silly. Oh, I forgot to paint that part of the sky. Is it the sky? Yes, I guess it must be. I don't know if this is like right at ground level that I'm drawing, or if it's like up in the trees. No clue. I guess that's art. You can just say what you think it is. And then earlier in there, or am I about to do it? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I added the markers. I don't know if you saw that. It did absolutely nothing to it, but it was fun to try and pretend that I was adding layers. Anyway, if you like this mess of nonsense, I'll probably be more coherent in the future and maybe have actual ideas of what I would like to speak about. Again, my first recording was so much better, but it is what it is, and it's about average. So thanks, and stick around, find another video, because I'm sure it will get weirder.